Hey guys, I wanted to show 6 records today. 6 records that I set aside that I'm gonna send to Patrick or Pbthal one of these days. So hopefully you can make some nice digital copies for me and everyone to enjoy. That's his whole thing, you know. He me and many other people send him records, and he kindly rips them and he distributes them, online for everyone to enjoy. So that's awesome, right? You know, because sometimes you want to really experience, what you're experiencing at home, on your turntable setup, but on the go, in the car, at the gym, or whatever. So the fact that people like him, needle droppers, are able to do that, and the fact that they share them with people is awesome, And Patrick, he is definitely one of the best needle droppers, because there's many people that do that, or needle drop, and many people that are very good. There's a lot of people that I enjoy and that I kind of check out their work. But Patrick, he's for sure one of the best. He's like a fucking superhuman when it comes to this stuff. He really puts out more than anybody. In probably in 1 month than some people put out in a whole year. You know what I'm saying? His output is so crazy that he can put out a year's worth of rips for one person in a month. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that he does so many different types of genres too is awesome. Because some people they're very narrow in their selections. They're just only doing classic rock, only jazz, whatever. But Patrick, he does all types of shit, and he has an open mind, which is cool. Because a lot of people, older people, they don't have an open mind, especially when it comes to music. So that's always very appreciated. And so anyway, 6 records that I'm gonna send to him, plan to send to him, and hopefully that they turn out well. First one, Fela Kuti, live with Ginger Baker, classic Afrobeat. Got the original on Horzu. Couldn't get an original African record, an African pressing for this one, unfortunately. But I think this Horzu is gonna sound fine, because Horzu, they're known for their quality presses, so we shall see. Second one, Os Mutantes. This is a Brazilian psychedelic pop masterpiece, classic. If you don't know this record and you like psychedelic pop music, I highly recommend this one. People talk about the psychedelic pop of the '60s, the Beatles, the Who, the Monkees, and all that shit. But this record goes way far more out there than any of those bands or records. This is a real psychedelic gem right here. Sgt. Pepper, people always talk about Sgt. Pepper as this kind of psychedelic masterwork, but that album's so fucking overrated. There's a couple cool true kind of psychedelic kind of sounds and moments on that record, but most of it is just kind of fluffy. And it's cool, it's Beatles, whatever, but man, the fact that the old Rolling Stones list have that on the number one, best, that Rolling Stones top 500 albums list, that was number one years ago before they fucking revised it, thankfully. Fucking boomer ass shit, right? Because that album number one, fuck man, ridiculous. Anyway, let's see here. I'll show this one right here, Gil Scott Heron, Pieces of Man, nice reissue by Ace Records. It looks like on the back. Nice double LP reissue. Real audiophile shit. Taking a single LP, stretching it out to two LPs. Make it sound the best. If you don't know this album, I highly recommend it. It's a soul funk. Not really funk, but it's very funky. It's very funky soul. It's but this is one of the best soul records that I know of, for sure. his lyrics, his themes, his voice, you know, the atmosphere on this record is all very top-notch. Very poetic stuff too. I can't get into his other records actually. I was like really excited to check out his other records after this one, but his other records, you know, he's like talking too much. You know, it's like too much spoken word shit. You know, I need the music. You know. Let's see here. I'm gonna send a couple of two reggae comps, two essential reggae comps, Studio One compilations, I should say. The first one is this From the Vault, Volume 3, Studio One. Awesome, essential compilation with a bunch of like rare, unreleased Studio One gems. You know, if you don't know Studio One and you like reggae, and even if you claim to like reggae, then you know you're missing out, man. You know, you need to learn about Studio One if you want to really learn about reggae. But that's another story, or another video, hopefully. I'll show some more Studio One records, pressings, and kind of babble on more about them. But yeah, Studio One, nice reissues put out by themselves. They've been putting out some quality reissues lately, taken from the master tapes. Yeah, this is Boss Reggae. This was a compilation that they put out in the 70s that is now very, very hard and very rare and very expensive to find. And so thankfully they reissued it, because there's lots of tracks on this compilation that you know, haven't been comped anywhere else or whatever. So so thankfully we got this compilation. And last but not least, I'm gonna send this Sam Gopal or Gopal, whatever the fuck, Escalator. This is some nice heavy hard psych from, I want to say, early 70s or maybe late 60s. I kind of forget the year on this one. But this is the most notable thing about this record is this dude right here who has the fucking Lemmy, you know, from Motorhead. He actually sings and plays. I want to say he plays something on this record, either guitar or bass. But he sings, you know, he sings on this record, and it's fucking awesome. You know, this is like probably one of the better heavy psych records that I know of, because there's lots of heavy psych records that people listen to and play, or I mean they listen to and like fucking hype up and spend shit ton of money on, but they fucking suck. You know, one of these days I want to make a video about that, a bunch of like just overhyped psych hard rock records that I've listened to and I think they fucking suck, you know. But anyway, those are the records that I want to show, and have a good day. Bye.